There's Our Lady of La Salette, there's Our Lady of Mount Carmel, Our Lady of Fatima, Our Lady of Medjugorje all over the world. And here in South Korea, they also have on this blessed mountain, Our Lady of Naju. For some years now, Marian devotees and believers have been participating in pilgrimages to this small town in South Korea, which they believe is the site of a Marian apparition in Asia. It all began with a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary that started weeping on June 30th, 1985, and went on for a total of 700 days until January 14th, 1992. Bloody tears were collected and tested in a medical laboratory and were found to be human blood. Since then, many other supernatural incidents have been recorded. Aside from tears, the same statue was observed to have emitted fragrant rose oil for 700 consecutive days from November 24, 1992 to October 23, 1994. There was also the external appearance of bread in the Holy Eucharist that changed into visible flesh and blood on Julia Kim's tongue. Julia Kim is the owner of the Weeping Blessed Virgin Mary statue, and it has been recorded that 12 times between May 1988 and October 1996, the Eucharist turned into flesh and blood upon touching Julia's tongue in communion. The miracle on October 31, 1995, was said to have been witnessed by Pope John Paul II during a Mass in the Pope's private chapel in the Vatican. Bishop Roman Danilak from Toronto, Canada, and Bishop Dominic Sa of Cebu, Malaysia, also witnessed the miracles in Naju and Cebu respectively, and wrote their testimonies expressing their belief in the authenticity of these miracles. There are also recorded instances of Julia's stigmata, in which bleeding and wounds appeared on Julia's 2 hands and feet during sufferings, with no scientific explanations, according to medical experts. The most recent was during Good Friday of 2011, as Julia and other believers were observing the Stations of the Cross on the Blessed Mountain. The location of this blessed mountain was said to have been revealed to Julia by the Virgin Mary in a dream. Since then, a shrine has been built, a public hall where people gather in prayer and also doubles as sleeping hall for pilgrims, and a path that copies the Way of the Cross, which is also believed to have had its share of supernatural occurrences. On November 9, 2001, Julia with some of the volunteers were doing the Way of the Cross when they noticed some droplets of blood on the rocks. They made marks on each, and they realized that it looks like footsteps of Jesus on his way to Golgotha. According to Julia and her followers, the miraculous signs reinforce the messages of the Blessed Mother to repent and return to God, His Church, His truth, and His love, so that He may heal their sinful souls and restore supernatural life to them. As of this filming, however, the Vatican has not recognized these miraculous occurrences in Naju. Real or not, sanctioned by the Vatican or not, every year There's more than 30,000 pilgrims that come here through different seasons of the year with prayers for intentions for healing, for special graces, and most of them come back year after year after the first time that their prayer is answered or heard.